Yikes. Check it out.
Holy shit.
Well, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather we got. Wait a minute. Well, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather, whether or not. There it is.
Everybody, welcome to Comedeorological Report number 11. Dylan Atack, Frankie MacDonald, and myself.
Is that the famous Frankie MacDonald?
Yes, I'm famous Frankie MacDonald. I just did a video about the asteroid 1997 XF11 update. It's going to bypass the Earth on October 26, 2028.
Frankie's just not famous. He's the epic famous. Epic famous worldwide.
Epic famous.
Even developing countries in Africa.
Yeah.
Hi, Ken.
Right on. Hey, Ken Lord. How you doing?
How you doing?
Real good.
Yeah, just got out of the heavy winds here into my truck, so you might have a chance of hearing me.
Right, yeah. Wasn't much point in saying much. So Ken Lord's on a group that I also run. He's also on our Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers, and he made a video today down at Stanley Park. And here's Julia Mackey, one of my neighbors here in Wells.
Hi, Julia.
Hi,
we'll
guys.
Get to her in a second too. Just tell us a little bit about what you've seen in Stanley Park today, Ken.
A lot of wind and a lot of waves. It's pretty stormy today.
Yes, they got two bridges in Vancouver, British Columbia. Iron Workers Memorial Bridge is one, and two is Lions Gate Bridge, and the third one is Port Mahon Bridge that's outside the city.
For my time being in and out of Vancouver, I'm not used to seeing waves like that there. So to me, that was a pretty interesting video.
Yeah, actually, I could wander down. I'm very close to the water still. I can show off the water if you guys would like.
Do that. And then we'll check in with Julia Mackey here as well at the same time. Hey, Julia, how's your Sunday going?
Hey, Joey. Great. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me to be part of your meeting. That's awesome.
Really glad.
Nice to see you guys.
So Frankie and Dylan, if you don't know Julia, and you probably don't, she produces this really amazing play and is involved with the Sunset Theatre here in Wells, British Columbia. And this week, the Sunset Theatre was broken into and a number of things stolen. So we'd like to just give us an update about what happened, Julia.
Yeah, so sometime on very early morning of Wednesday, March 24th, someone broke into the Sunset between 1 and 3 a.m. and stole about $3,500 worth of equipment, and which is devastating to the community and to the theater. And people have been amazing. Friends have dropped in and made donations, and then a local guy that used to live here, Richard Wright, started a GoFundMe page. So yeah, it's pretty shocking. The current owners have owned that building now for 20 years, and this has never happened before. And we are lucky though, like we could have had way more taken. And but yeah, it's obviously really disturbing to walk into a place that you feel so comfortable in, and to know that it's been violated like that, and every single room had been shuffled through, and yeah, it was just really a really horrible feeling.
Well, it's something so rare in Wells itself. Like, we don't live in fear of that kind of thing here. Can you give us some specifics on what was taken? So that, because some of these things are things out there that people might see and find.
Yeah, so there were the most valuable thing was in terms of money, the most valuable thing or expense was 2 wireless microphones that were stolen. But the most precious thing to us, there were 4 Indigenous masks that were created and used for a play that we started to work on about 3 years ago now with an Indigenous elder, Yvonne Dixon. And those masks were taken, which was to us the most heartbreaking thing that was stolen. There was also a Yamaha guitar that was stolen, and a CD player and some printer cartridges, and of course all of the cash that we used for the concession was taken as well. But yeah, those masks are, so if people go to our Facebook page, and I'm going to set them up on our website too, which is sunset-theater.com. I haven't done that yet, but I will be doing that. There's some information about the masks, and people can actually see what they look like. I think if this person that sold them actually tries to sell them, they'll have a, they're very identifiable. Wow, those winds are amazing.
Stay with us here, Julia, and let's just get Ken to show us a bit of that surf out there for a second.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to turn my camera around to give you a bit of a view.
Let's calm down a little.
There we go. That's a better view.
Wow.
It splashed a bit.
Stanley Park, British Columbia.
I missed that view.
Tell us about the weather today, Frankie. How's the weather in Nova Scotia?
Right now, it's really cold outside in Sidney, Nova Scotia.
And for this week?
It's going to start off as high winds and heavy rain on Monday morning. Then it's going to calm down a little bit on Monday afternoon. What about Hamilton?
Hamilton is it was very raining here today, Frankie. You have to make the rain go away. Do like a rain dance for us.
Montreal headed to where Base Guy lives.
But it's supposed to be nice on Tuesday, apparently, like high of 18.
There's just been weather stories everywhere right now.
Well, Joey and I just saw a blizzard, eh, Joey?
Well, almost. It didn't quite meet the definition for blizzard because it didn't last for 4 hours. So that, a blizzard being 4 hours, 40-kilometer-an-hour winds, and 400 meters of visibility. It's bizarrely sunny outside right now. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do a screenshot.
A screenshot? Okay, everyone say cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese. Awesome.
Right on. We have a great comedian.
With the book this time.
Okay, with the
And
book.
Frankie has bobblehead in the book. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. Awesome.
So our first out-of-town meteorological report that I'm going to drop in after the fact actually comes from my old friend Izzy McCoy Hunter, and she's down in Port Dover, Ontario, at Lake Erie, where the wind and the surf looks a lot like it does at Stanley Park in British Columbia right now.
These are the plugs from Europe. These are the plugs. Then they plug it in the wall over in Europe.
Now you've been to Europe many times, eh, Julia? Tell the guys about your play, and tell them about the gift.
So, guys, when it's not COVID times, my partner and I tour a play I wrote called Jake's Gift, and it's a play that's dedicated to veterans. And we've had the chance to tour all across Canada with it, and also to Normandy, France, and a little bit to England. And the story is about a World War II veteran, a D-Day vet who travels back to Normandy to find his brother's grave. And he meets a young French girl there who helps him kind of deal with the loss of his brother. And it's really our way of, it's a love letter to veterans and our thank you to them. So I hope we'll be able to get back on the road one day, and we'll have to come out and visit you guys one day and bring the show.
Yeah, we'd love to.
Yeah, we've been to Nova Scotia.
This is a plug over, and when you plug it in the wall in Europe,
That's right. I've got one exactly like that, Frankie. Yeah, Dylan, we were at a theater in Hamilton called the Staircase Theater a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd love to go back there again. And also Nova Scotia, of course, we've been to, but would have to head back there again.
I see Washboard Hank has joined.
He is.
I just got the tape off here.
Hi, Washboard Hank.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, Dylan. Hey, Frankie.
Washboard Hank, we want the donuts on again.
It would be good to see you, but we can't see you.
Kingdom.
How do I turn it on?
You mean you don't know?
I don't know.
While you're figuring that out, we have a meteorological report, our first ever cartoon from Edmonton, Alberta. Shawn Geekory from Tuned In with Shawn Geekory.
A little commentary before we get started. If you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. That's what they told me when I moved to Alberta from out east 15 years ago. Since then, I've seen the temperature plummet to minus 45. I've seen it negative 17 and plus 17 on the same day, and it rains and snows here sideways all the time. All these factors, including the new nationwide pandemic restrictions, makes Alberta the best place in Canada to live if you're a cartoon. Now let's get to the weather. Canada's own Sunshine Coast, British Columbia, will be experiencing another beautiful day today with temperatures in the mid-20s and an 8-kilometer-an-hour ocean breeze. Everyone here at the station would like to send a collective screw you to the beautiful coastal province and their gorgeous whales. Quit hogging up all the good weather. The weather in Alberta this week will be a lot like a horror movie. Everything's going okay until it's not. Alberta's weather has little respect for our tiny pink bodies and almost seems sadistic in its approach to temperature control. The Tuned In team is hoping the Government of Canada would legislate action against any provinces that attempt to monopolize the sun. However, it's hard to focus any attention on a bill about weather with everyone swooning over our Prime Minister's hair. Saskatchewan's weather will be as straight as its provincial borders. We start drinking at the pub until the truck won't start, while the temperature outside plunges to laughable numbers. The daytime highs will be anywhere between sweater weather and holy smack that's cold, which nobody in the Hardy province will even notice, because working hard in tough weather is a farmer's jam. That's the weather in the West. I'm Shawn Geekory.
Washboard Hank.
Forget.
Nice to meet
Wear
you.
your mask and get your needle. That's right.
Did any of you guys get a copy of my book yet?
Oh boy. Let's see the cartoon.
I got a copy of my book right here.
Good, good.
How's the weather in Peterborough, Ontario, Washboard Hank?
Okay. You got a good mask. That's good. You want a needle, Frankie? Yeah. There we go. It won't hurt at all. How about you, Dylan? Want a needle?
Washboard Hank, we want the donuts on again.
What?
We want to hear the donuts on.
Well, okay. I'll have to get my my banjo. But what's your book about, Frankie?
Be prepared, the Frankie MacDonald Guide to Life, Weather, and Everything. It's written by Sarah Soller. Here's a sample of my book right here.
Oh, that's nice. Wow.
And it means if you want to read a lot more information, you guys have to get a copy of my book on Amazon.
So,
Frankie was a little boy. He used to watch the weather. And finally, in his mind, a planet came together. He said, I'll be a weatherman and I'll save people's lives. And that's what he did. Thank you very much. That's good, Frankie.
how's your
I'm
play
working
on?
the Frankie the Weatherman, the legend of Frankie the Weatherman, but I just started.
How's your play coming along, Washboard Hank, on Jesus the Old Man?
Oh, Jesus the geezer. Oh, I
Jesus
don't
the
know. Let me
An
down.
action figure of
Let me
me.
down.
How many action figures have you printed, Frankie?
This is an action figure of me designed by Ben Campbell. He lives in Big Spring, Texas.
How many action figures have been made so far?
Ben Campbell said 3,000 of them. This
Pretty good.
is a bobblehead of Frankie MacDonald when I press this button.
guys. Gonna eat 50 hot dogs at once.
That's pretty awesome. You have
Let's
your
get back to
own
Ken.
bobblehead.
Let's get back to Ken for a second
Yeah.
now that he's back in from the great outdoors there. So, Ken, you're a man of science, and tell the guys about your little metal finding hobby.
Sure. Actually, I'm just pulling my findings for the day out of my pocket here to show off. We'll see how this works here. So yeah, my hobby is metal detecting. I go out whenever I can. Schools, playgrounds, beaches, and find whatever I can find. And so, well, here's the first little look at it. If I can line it up in my camera, got a articulated truck. Is that showing up there? Articulated truck. I got a bunch of coins in it, and you'll see I don't know if that's focusing, but the Ronas kind of affect me here, metal detecting too. Corona bottle cap. And, I guess the find of the day so far is I've got a ring here. It looks like gold, but it's just plated. So a junk ring today, but probably $7 or $8 and change. So kind of a typical day. Don't get rich at it, but that's a lot of fun.
Still nicer
That's
than the
good.
wedding ring I bought.
You know,
ahead,
Washboard, ever since Joey saying that the donut shop on a couple of weeks ago, he's got me hooked on that for a whole entire month now.
We need to get
Bless you, my friend. Well, that's too bad. Well, I've got a wedding ring story. Me and my girlfriend were doing the two-back beast beside the Otonabee River. And I looked over her shoulder and I saw this sparkly thing in the river. And so when we finished, I went and picked it up and it was a wedding ring. So I decided to marry her. True story. Yeah, you know what I mean when I say the two-back beast, don't you?
I didn't know there was enough
I
trees
don't
around
think they do.
We have another meteorological report. This time from Wells locals who no longer live here, Lynn Stevens and Reba Escott.
Hey everybody, we're reporting from Monte Lake, BC. It's windy. No shit. It's about +5 with a wind chill of -20. Ice fission's great. Can't get the line out though. Oh yeah, the ice is coming off. All right, well, everybody have a really safe day.
One hour later.
We got a really special meteorological report right now. Victor Khong, he's been a subscriber to the channel. He's definitely been involved in interior weather and wilderness watchers. He's also supported us financially in getting all this going. Here's Victor Khong from Horsefly Realty, out there today doing realty things.
When I grow up, I want to be a realtor in the spring, during breakup, when it's snowing, in a hailstorm. Yeah.
Thank you for these reports. Very good. And we have an avalanche report from here in the Caribou. And now we have our infield avalanche report from Julie Lafayette. So, Julie, how is the avalanche potential in the Caribou right now?
I will admit the conditions aren't very good right now. Help me, help me.
That's the end of our meteorological reports for today. So now everyone can just be ridiculous as much as you want.
All right, let's hear a tune from Washboard. Hey,
I think you need to
Well,
play
I
them.
got to give my weather report.
Okay.
Whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got weather, whether or not. But it was so rainy today, I didn't stick my nose out the door, and I stayed in and watched television the whole day. And there was basketball and golf. And I had a wonderful day. And it was 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius in my house. And there were no winds, and there was lights when I turned the lights on, and there was not light when I turned them off.
Toilet even
That's
flushed.
my weather report.
I think these guys like the donut song only because they've never heard Chompy the Head Biter Offer.
Oh, geez. Yeah, there you go. There's a better song.
Totally.
Just a second.
They get an asteroid 1997 XS11. It's going to head towards the Earth on October 26, 2028. It's going to bypass the Earth altogether.
How big is it, Frank?
It's a pretty big asteroid.
What's tornado going on? What kind of tornado weather today in the United States?
It's really, really bad, causing hail there. Hail can break windshields.
Yesterday there were some major tornadoes. One that was on the ground for like 100 miles. You know anything about it?
Yes, it's a really derecho. That's a different story. It's widespread, causing damage that can bring large hail that can break windshields. Stay away from windows during hailstorms.
Totally. I was in Calgary for the $450 million hailstorm, and I got to see a lot. It was during Stampede. I got to see a lot of fake cowboys who were quite injured after. They're all saying it came from nowhere. I said it didn't come from nowhere. Ladies and gentlemen, Washboard.
Injured by hailstones.
Okay. I used to do lots of children's entertaining, and I still love playing for kids, but the whole thing went downhill after I started singing this song. I can't really figure it out. But in my, I played the Mr. Dress Up show, and I did Sharon Lois and Bran, and Shining Time Station, and all kinds of beautiful children's shows. And then I started singing this song, and the kids loved it, but the parents hated it. Well, say your prayers and go to bed. Chompy's gonna chomp right off your head. The greens on your pillow will be blood red. He's Chompy the Head Biter Offer. Chompy the Head Biter Offer. Chompy the Head Biter Offer. He's not very nice, I'll tell you twice. He's Chompy the Head Biter Offer. Well, Chompy went down to old MacDonald's farm, and he did an awful lot of harm. All of the animals there are dead. Chompy chomped off their heads. Oh, Chompy the Head Biter Offer. Chompy the Head Biter Offer. He's not very nice, I'll tell you twice. He's Chompy the Head Biter Offer. Well, Chompy went down to the Walmart store. He chomped off heads till he couldn't chomp more. Only one guy who wasn't dead. Thanks for shopping at Walmart, was what he said. To Chompy the Head Biter Offer. Chompy the Head Biter Offer. He's not very nice, I'll tell you twice. He's Chompy the Head Biter Offer. So all of you children better be good. You better do just what you should, or Chompy'll chomp off your head, and then you will be dead. I don't know. Pretty much the end of my children's career.
It wouldn't have been the end of it, Washboard, if the kids had anything to say about it.
Well, every year I get to go to the, well, except for the last 2 years, I get to go to the Blue Skies Festival over near Joey's old stomping grounds there in Sharbert Lake. And I have a kids
show that I've been doing pretty much every year for the last 35 years. And so I have children who have children who have children that have heard my show.
That's great.
It's good though.
You raised us right, Hank. You raised us right.
Yep. How are your kids doing, Joey? Are they gone to bed now?
I had the weekend off. I get 1 weekend a month without kids, but I just had 10 days of them. So, and of course, when they're here, it's 10 days full on. Like, they don't go to school or babysitters, and I don't tag team with anybody. So it's a lot of work, but to be honest, like, what angels, you know?
Yeah, they're lovely.
I barely had to shout and scream and yell all week.
I wish you were my dad.
Let's all take a picture. Everyone say cheese.
Cheese.
Wait, Dylan.
Hey.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready, Frankie?
I'm doing
1, 2, 3, cheese.
Cheese.
Awesome.
So
that means Ditch will get a copy of my book yet, guys.
I have.
So what do you think about the tornadoes? What do you think about the tornadoes down south, Frankie? They're pretty fierce, eh?
Yes, it's pretty fierce. So far, they had an earthquake in another part of the world.
Earthquakes and tornadoes.
They had an earthquake in China, 5.4 magnitude. That was back on March 23rd. Then Japan had a 7.0 magnitude earthquake on March 20th.
Holy
Same with Mexico had a 5.7 magnitude earthquake.
Washboard, Hank, you are my favorite scene of all time.
Well,
You have to get
deserve
these-
a song with the
I heard
Washboard.
hurricane season's going to be really bad this year in Atlantic and the Pacific. And typhoon season's going to be really bad this year in the Pacific too.
Now, are we ever going to get hurricanes in Ontario?
And ISIS hit Montreal last year
Oh,
as a
wow.
tropical storm.
Uh-huh.
Ken or
Get an
Joey,
umbrella.
Ken, did you see the that crazy meteorite? I know it wasn't. It was just.
Oh, I wish I did. I
Yeah,
wish I'd seen
yeah.
that. I
Oh.
follow everything SpaceX does all the time, but had I known that was going to come in over top us, I would have had cameras set up and recording it. I was down in my basement hiding away, so I missed it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Did you see it, Joey?
No, I didn't. What about last month? There was a meteorite that hit in near Summerland and started a forest fire. Anyone know anything about that, Ken?
Yeah, I haven't heard of that. Pretty rare for them to actually hit the ground, though. It'd be pretty awesome if they could find some pieces. Yeah.
They did. It broke off, and like the main one was going slow, and what hit the ground and started the fire was just a small, tiny piece, like it ended up being just a little nub of charcoal or
Right.
something. I don't know. Very,
Yeah,
very
amazing.
small piece, but hot enough to hit that dry ground.
Yep.
This is why I can't eat burgers during a show because I got bad teeth. And then
I like hamburgers.
when you get stuff stuck in your teeth and you're just like, "Ah!" Nothing you can do. Frankie, there's grasshoppers in your house.
I don't see any grasshoppers at all.
Pretty sure it's behind you.
I don't see any in there.
There's one on your forehead.
I don't see on the forehead.
This is my meteorite.
Holy.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
What? Wow.
It's it weighs about 50 pounds. And I used it for a doorbell because let me get, sorry. I'll get something that I can hit it with.
Okay. And we lost him.
How many more minutes do we have on here, Joey?
Still got 10 or 15. So say anything you want. What's going on with your show this week, Dylan?
I got an interview with the guy from Discovery Channel on Monday. Joey, you're going to join him on Monday.
Okay,
We
I'm there.
we have new episodes coming out and on April 15th.
2 days before my birthday. Who's in the next
And I
section
got
of
an interview with Brandon Keating on Tuesday.
Brandon Keating's
Cool
storm
doorbell,
chaser.
You see, it dings.
That's pretty
I
nice.
got
Storm
a
chaser
church
on Monday.
yard sale.
Another guided with science this Saturday coming.
Who is Brandon Keating?
Hey,
You see, it
Frank?
looks like this molten thing.
Oh yeah, it's good.
And I was looking them up, and apparently meteorites are worth about $100 a pound,
wow.
$100 an ounce, something like that. I figured I had about $400,000 worth of meteorite here, and because I had it for a doorbell, and this professor showed up, and he said, "This isn't a doorbell; it's a meteorite." And I said, "No shit." And so I'm thinking about the farmer that sold it to me for $5. And I figured, he says, "Washboard, you're gonna like this. Look at this." And he hits it with a rock, and it goes ding. And so I was thinking about him and thinking about $400,000. So I figured I'd buy him a tractor and I'd buy me a tour bus. And so the Royal Ontario Museum had a meteorite day, and it invited people who thought they had meteorites to come down there. And I couldn't do it because I was over in Drumheller making a movie with Lance. And so I sent my girlfriend at the time down to Toronto carrying this 50-pound meteorite in a knapsack. And she got off the bus and walked all the way up to the museum, and she got there and they looked at it and said, "Oh, this ain't a meteorite, it's a salt and pepper rock." So there you go. I didn't get a tour bus, and the farmer didn't get a new tractor.
Well, might not be too late.
But
sounds like
what
it's
I did
pretty
was I
solid
hung it
iron
up
when
from
you
a
hit it.
tree. I hung it up from a tree with wire, and I had these ribbons coming out behind it like flames, and so it looked like a meteorite. People said, "What's that?" "It's a meteorite." I stopped it mid-flight. Anyhow, we were talking like we were talking about meteorites, so I just got my meteorite.
Washboard Hank, do you know Wagon Wheel?
I hate that song. If I ever hear that song again, I'm going to kick myself in the nuts.
Uh-oh.
every folk and country musician hates that song, Dylan. Every one of us.
Campfire to campfire. There's always one guy that keeps going from campfire to campfire singing that one song.
I played this festival, Mackenzie. Had this festival in Mackenzie, BC. I played. It was such a bad festival. On Saturday afternoon and evening, 3 bands played it on the main stage. And I thought, for the third one, I thought maybe if you heard the first 2 fucking bands butcher it, you'd think maybe we shouldn't butcher it too. Didn't cross their minds.
They should have played. Joey, they should have played.
Me off that Bob Dylan makes more money off of songs he throws away than I'll ever make on all of my songs. Have you got to work on tornado season in the trailer park yet there, young fella?
I'm planning to. I haven't picked up the guitar much this week. I've been super busy. But I did write the lyric down. I'm like, I'm going to write this Washboard Hank song and take credit for it.
Okay, good. I just got a recording from Wendell Ferguson. He recorded a song that I suggested to him. I played it for him, and he said, "That's a great song. Do you mind if I fix it?" And I said, "Do whatever you want with it, Wendell." And so it's called "That Glorious Day My Guitar Was in Tune." And he plays it, like They had a big parade. There were clowns, there were balloons. A glorious day, my guitar was in tune. And then the solo is him tuning the guitar. And it's coming out on a compilation for the Edmonton Folk Festival. So you might get a chance to hear it sometime or another.
Right on.
Funny song. The guitar tuning break is hilarious.
Washboard,
There's
hey,
a-
we want to get up on stage with you one day.
Did you ever see
Yeah.
Doug Fever? Did you ever see Doug Fever change a guitar string in mid-song?
Noah, does he tie it up? Does he tie the ball onto it?
I don't remember how he did it because I was very drunk and it was 20 years ago. But he kept playing the whole time while putting a new string on and singing and talking, and it was. I thought, man,
That's great.
you can really do something I can't. I can't put a guitar string on properly, sober. I remember being on tour with Bob Wayne. He's laughing at me because these are all Nashville people, and he's like, "Man, you tie your guitar. You are a redneck." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You tie your guitar strings like fishing hooks."
Hey, it's
Well, I
only
just retie the ball
it's around 5 minutes left to go. Here's my social media. My Twitter is at Frankie McD. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Facebook fan page is Frankie MacDonald with a blue check mark. And my Instagram is Frankie MacD1984. My Snapchat is Frankie MACDON. My Twitch is Frankie MacDonald 1984. My TikTok is Frankie MacDonald 1984. My LinkedIn is Frankie MacDonald. My YouTube channel is Dogs and Wolves.
Who's on the Cable 14 show this week?
Just repeat. So we got until the new episodes come on, but this week it's Lisa J from the Magic School Bus. She played Wanda in the Magic School Bus. And then country singer Brett Kessel and Eugenio Kuzmina.
So get this, Washboard Hank. This guy's talking to Brett Kessel. What other country singers have you talked to recently?
That was our recent one, Brett Kessel.
So he's talking to these big country stars, and every day he's asking me to sing Washboard Hank.
Well, I got a song that'll cure you of that, by golly.
Hey, Joey Romney and his people. I'll be on Rob's Slim Show on Wednesday, May 12th, 2021 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time.
Ken, do you have anything you want to shout out for this week that you're working on? Any websites, projects?
Not really. Hey, one thing I do is I help run a group called Prospecting Adventures. I used to live up there in Wells for a few years looking for gold, and people are interested in looking for gold in your local stream or outcrop. Join Prospecting Adventures, and we'll help you out.
Sorry, when did you live in Wells, Ken?
Oh, okay. From 1996 till late 2000, I guess. Working for International Wayside, and now they're called Barkerville Gold Mines. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys if you and Joey were there back then. I don't know, but maybe I met you and I've forgotten.
I wasn't. Barkerville Gold Mines vaccinated me this week. So can you believe we just had this blizzard and this all hell breaking loose for days and days here? And I'll look at the sky and it's probably about -8, I'm sure already. The cold front's in.
Beautiful.
And but it's gorgeous blue sky. It's nice to see some sunshine for a while. Julia, can you just remind everyone the websites and contact info for Sunset Theater and the GoFundMe?
Yeah, absolutely. So the website is sunset-theater.com, and the GoFundMe page is actually on. I'll be putting it on the website, but then we also have a Sunset Theater Facebook page as well. And I'll have all that info up there. But thanks so much for letting me tell people about it, Joey.
Yeah. Well,
And,
I love the theater.
And make sure you subscribe to Joey Onley's Weather Report. And to close out the show, cue to Hank, Washboard Hank.
How about a polka? Do you like polkas, Dylan?
Yes.
I love to polka with a sausage in my pants. I polka, polka, polka. Had every single chance. I polka with the Fraulines who are looking for romance. I love to polka with a sausage in my pants. Weenie, 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 Winnipeg. Weenie, 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 it's halfway down my leg. I have a lovely sausage. It is so firm and sweet. It's the kind of sausage the Fraulines love to eat. Sausage, beer, and polka. It is Vermouth Lucky. Weenie, 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 Winnipeg. Weenie, 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 it's halfway down my leg.
Hey,
Yay!
Time
hey,
is
Joy
up.
and Dylan, I'll see you on Skype.
Sausage in my pocket, polka. Yes, indeed.
Great
Bye for now.
job, guys.
Time is up. This is the
Washboard
Comediorological
Show, my
Report number
favorite.
I'll see you
11.
on Frankie G Squad.
I will see you on Skype in a little bit, guys. Thanks for everyone for coming on the show. We'll see you next time, and you're all welcome to come back every time and see Dylan, Frankie, and myself with comedy plus meteorology equals
Washboard,
meteorology.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye,
Take
guys.
care. See you all later. Nice to meet you.
You
Bye.